What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today I want to talk about something cool that might be confusing and I need to know why. This weapon is solid and so is the playstyle, and it just got buffed, but why are these players getting more and more rare and just not using this weapon? Let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about the Light's Final Toll. It's not new, but it has a lot that other weapons don't have. Of course, with single trait scaling, the willpower stat provides both willpower and weapon damage without any light weapon investment. So people know about this and use this to make powerful builds that save a lot of points, and it's good. The Light's Final Toll does decent damage for a fist weapon, but once again, why are less people using this weapon? Following the release of Layer 2 and earlier this year, Final Toll builds were almost everywhere, but now they're uncommon to find. Although this weapon is legendary, we see Railblades and Grand Sudaruskas all over the place, and those got buffed too, but you know, I don't see Light's Final Tolls. This is kinda surprising to me because the Light's Final Toll saves so many points and is powerful because of this. It's a light fist weapon, which are generally good, and the Light's Final Toll itself just received a new buff critical, so I don't know what happened. I'm talking about the general player base. You know, you just don't see a lot of people using this. A possible explanation for what's going on is they don't like the 3 different crits, or it's hard to use, so let's get into that. There's a cycling crit for the Light's Final Toll that now has a counter and a physical reflection counter attack. It's confusing, but there's 2 new different things to look at. The stage 1 crit of the Light's Final Toll is a linear swing that's fairly slow, has short range, and does decent posture damage. It's not that great for dealing with enemies, but you need to start off with this option to use the insane better criticals, and this can be switched if it hits, it's parried, blocked, or dodged. Also, this is new, when you switch successfully, the color of your Light's Final Toll should change to indicate that you're in a different stage. The stage 2 critical pops up next, and it's a sizable improvement to the initial toll crit. You jump into the air and slam your opponent, and the hitbox and airtime are so great, it honestly feels like it should hit twice. Half the time you hit your opponent in the air even before you land, and it feels like you should hit them on the way down too, but you know, I don't know. This does better posture damage and allows you to move around while being unpunishable in the air. Similar to the first stage, hits with this crit, being parried, blocked, or dodged, will now switch you to the stage 3 crit, but for this slam attack, you have to hit this twice. Instead of going from stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3, you gotta land the slam attack twice, so stage 2 effectively lasts, I guess, 2 stages. Moving on, stage 3 is very powerful, but there's a few special attributes that it has over the rest. This crit comes out fairly fast, brings targets into the air at close range, and kicks them away. It's an option that can be parried, but its blue danger icon indicate that it hits through dodge and must be blocked or parried, so again, they can't dodge this. Also, something new, during the windup of the stage 3 crit, you can automatically counter and cannot be damaged during this state, and this dazes people and does damage to them, which can act as a combo starter. The duration of these counter frames are pretty lengthy, so you're almost unpunishable throughout the entire crit windup, so that's very good. For sure, it's solid and fun to use, but the stage 3 crit will cycle on miss unlike the other options, so keep that in mind. And finally, I asked the question again, if the Light's Final Toll and the willpower stat itself keep getting improvement and shifts towards a buff, why do I see less and less players using this weapon? Anyway, check it out for yourself because the crit counter and the other crit counter are so much easier to use in combat, and comment down below if I'm missing any issues with this weapon that could make it undesirable. As always, make sure to like and subscribe so we can hit 70k by the end of this year, and thanks again. It's punchin' time.